Hey guys, Ace here. As per the title of the video, as you probably already saw, I came up with the idea to go over the process of concept of the character, specifically in OC, from start to finish. For those who don't know me, I am a freelance artist who has been creating art professionally for about 10 years, and I have my bachelor's in game art and design. This video will be a means of teaching those who want to create an OC, or virtual character as that stands for, but don't know how to go about doing that. And I'll be showing my process and creating a brand new OC in order to show this and accomplish this. But really quick before we get into it, I want to do some quick house cleaning. If you like this video and want to see more, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe. You can also see me live on Twitch, follow me on other socials, request a commission. You can do all that on over my Linktree, and the link to that will be in the description below. And hopefully this video seems a little more cleaner because I went ahead and actually scripted this out, unlike other videos. I should have mentioned that. Let's go ahead and just get into it. So the process of concept and the character can be put into the following steps: brainstorming, getting references and planning, drawing concepts, deciding a concept and a name, and then final renders. There isn't an exact way or even a right or wrong way of concept and the character. There are different ways of doing this, sure, but this is my specific way of doing this. And I just kind of will note here as well, up until recently, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't even go into depth and follow these steps of a character. It would be kind of close, but not really. I would essentially just come up with the idea and look off the fly and just go with that. So basically I would just have an idea of what exactly I want my character to be and just leave it at that. I wouldn't come up with different ideas. I wouldn't do anything like that. And this is essentially what I did with my series, The Masters, like all the characters in there. Yeah, I think over time I came up with different ideas of how to change the look a little bit. But overall, I didn't really do much in terms of like concept. I just had an idea, I knew exactly what I wanted, and that was it. Brainstorming. So this part is probably the easiest. This part requires straight brain power and imagination to come up with an idea for what kind of character you'd like to do. Can't do it off the fly? Get some inspiration. Watch a movie, or even a TV show. Play a video game. Read a book, or a manga or comic book. Look at other artists' work on other sites like DeviantArt or ArtStation. Heck, you can even go out and touch grass. If that works for you. For me, I usually get inspiration from a video game or an anime, but I also get them from other examples I gave. Except the touch grass part, I don't really get inspiration from that unless it's doing like an environmental piece. That's really the only time I'd ever get inspiration from that. For the OC I will be creating in this video, I get inspiration from the Cyberpunk series, mostly the anime, the Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Though as I try to come up with a design for this, I start to get inspired by other designs, specifically from Cloud and Tidus from the Final Fantasy series, and you'll see that when we get to that point. Referencing and planning. Now you have an idea, let's go ahead and start planning and gathering the references. For this step, I highly recommend using Milanote to create your artboard, which if you don't know what an artboard is, it's basically a board of ideas and stuff to help you with the art piece that you're working on. I will state I'm not sponsored by them. This isn't a sponsored video. Would be cool if I was, but I'm not. Milanote is great for planning out any kind of project you have. You can install their browser extension, and if you find an image you want to include in one of your boards, you just go ahead and hit the save button, choose where you want that to be saved to, and then hit save, and then there you go, and that's over on your artboard. There are other cards and tools you can include, such as comment box, to-do list, there's a draw tool, and there's more as well. There's a lot more. As an alternative, you can either use your preferred art app to still have the Vision artboard, or write an app if you have a text-based artboard. Some examples would be Microsoft Word, or even like Paint or Photoshop or something like that. Something you could just maybe just straight draw and write notes, anything like that. First, I'm going to note the idea I want. For my OC, I want to draw a cyberpunk female with a giant sword. I'm going for an anime-like feel and style. I want her to have dyed multicolored hair, and I want her to have a spunky personality. To help more with her design and look, I wanted to make her a courier for hire. Knowing all this information will help with the design, the pose, and the facial expression that the character is going to have. At this point, it's time to start getting images and links from the internet for reference, as I was mentioned earlier. For this, I'm using Pinterest, and I believe that the extension also works on other sites as well. I have seen it pop up on other things, but I try to have it off because I want it on all the time. I also make sure that I'm logged into Pinterest. That way, if I do find something that not necessarily I want for this project, but maybe something in the future, I'm going ahead and save it to one of my Pinterest boards. It's best to look for references to help with the character's outfit, hairstyle, facial expressions, any items they're holding, the pose in there that they might be in, and then I go ahead and just sort this all out. I like to be organized with my stuff. You can do this however you want. This is just something I personally do. I then head over to Canva to get some color palettes to help with coloring. Milnote has a color card that you can copy the hex code of the code into your preferred art creation app. So yeah, so if you want a specific color, you just go over to something like Canva or any other site that has a hex code, copy that, you can copy it into Milnote, and then when you get to the point of coloring, you can then copy that code into your app. You know, like in this case, I'm going to copy it into Clip Studio, which is what I use. Drawing concepts. Now that you have your artboard put together, it's time to draw up some concepts. These don't have to be detailed, finished pieces, and can be handled however you like. For me, I just want to focus on what the character looks like. So I stick with non-colored sketches and came up with 3 different designs. You can have more, but I feel you should at least have 3. Some people even go ahead and do silhouettes first. They'll start with silhouettes and then go from there. So there's another way you could go about doing it, and I'm pretty sure there's other ways as well. Those are the 2 I know offhand, with my way and then that way as well. At this point, I'm just trying to be creative with the different parts of the character for each design, using the Milnote board for inspiration. Same goes for the sword. For this character, I would also apply to any other object that would go along with the character. If you wanted like an animal, or I don't know, they're holding something, an object, or maybe they're inside a car, or maybe on a bike or something. This one I was thinking about maybe having a bike, but I was like, you know, I'm already doing a lot as it is, and I think having a bike would just be add on to what I'm trying to do here, when it's like I just want to focus on the character and just the sword. Maybe in the future I'll add a bike to this character. Decision time. All right, this is like a quick step, but now that you have your concepts, it's time to decide on which one to go with. Depending on the situation, this would either be a sole decision for yourself, or it would be with a team of people if this was part of a project, such as an animation or a video game. In my case, I decided to have my audience help by voting for one of the outfit sketches, the sword sketches, and as well as one of the names I came up with. My dad also came up with one, so I threw that in there. After days of voting, this was when design and the name. I really like this design, so I was kind of glad that this one won. So this is just me putting together a character sheet. Character sheet is pretty much just showing exactly how the character looks, front, back, what the kind of facial features they're going to use. Now, normally it's good to color as well, just to show what colors they're going to have. However, in this example, I actually don't have colors picked up just yet. That is something that I do later on when I do the final rendering, which is fine in this case. But yeah, normally you would have it colored. Final rendering. So doing a final render, drawing / illustration is good to see exactly what the character will look like, and compared to a concept sketch with no color, like I was just showing off. You can even have a background environment they would be in to help really sell the character and see like what they're gonna look like in the environment that you're trying to go for and whatnot. And that's what I'm gonna be doing for this one. I'm gonna remain quiet here for some time just to let the speed art go, and then I'll come back when this is all done. And that's it. Overall, this project took about 15 hours. 9 of it was on the actual illustration itself. I hope this helps fellow artists, even new ones, with knowing how to concept the character, and even encourage you to do so. If you made it this far in the video, pretty sure this is a long video. Might be, might not be. I don't know, but regardless, thank you so much. Please be sure to like, sub, also follow me over on Twitch for live content, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, guys.